Well, sit, relax. I'm just saying hi to all the people in the room. So if you want to come be in the audience, let me know. Our guest today realized she was missing the warm human connection she had growing up. So she decided, okay, full disclosure, we have tried reading this, me, have tried this intro like 6 times and I cannot get through it. I don't know why. It is a tongue twister and we're going to try it again. And I'm not going to delete and start over anymore. Watch. Our guest today realized she was missing the warm human connection, and now the monitor just went out. Okay, here we go. Our guest today realized she was missing the warm human connection she had growing up, so she decided to do something about it. Melinda Lee set out on a year-long social experiment to hug everyone she met, from the grocery store clerk to the random person at the office. Her journey, which she shares in her powerful new memoir, Rebel Hugger, has changed thousands of lives and showed her the deep, transformative power of a simple moment of contact. She discovered she was missing her own self love, and she's here to tell us how her Rebel Hugger journey brought her back to herself. Please give a huge, warm hug to the one and only Melinda Lee. Hit it, Big Infinite. I did it.
Make your day richer than it was before. Got some good times knocking upon your front door.
Melinda, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you so much for having me.
Oh my gosh. So I have to say, I don't want to brag. I don't want to boast. I'm sure you've heard this a lot not that I have been, but I have been called a very good hugger.
Amazing.
And so when I came across your story, I was like, I need to meet her because you kind of did something that I think I would love to go and do.
Yeah.
Tell everybody about Rebel Hugger.
Yeah. So Rebel Hugger is my memoir, and it is all about what started out as this social experiment, although I didn't call it that at the time. I just kind of had this idea to go out and hug everybody that I encountered in my life for a year. And it basically came from the place of feeling lonely in a new state where I didn't really know anybody. And I certainly wasn't hugging people the way I had when I was a kid. And I figured if I was missing those hugs, maybe other people were too. And so for a year, anybody I encountered, the person in line at me, like next to me in the grocery store, I would just strike up a conversation and at the end say, "Hey, do you mind if I give you a hug?"
And I'm assuming that the response most of the time was like, yes, I'll take that.
Absolutely. Yeah. I only had like maybe 5 no's that entire year, and I hugged thousands of people.
Wow.
That being said, it wasn't always, most of the time, it wasn't an enthusiastic yes. A lot of the times it was that skeptical side eye, like, okay.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
What year was this?
It was in 2011 into 2012.
Okay. And you did it just like in your everyday life.
Yep. As a matter of fact, I had a 3-year-old and a 1-year-old, 4-year-old and a 1-year-old. So I was like carrying the 1-year-old, or he was in like the shopping cart, and I'm doing this with them right at my side.
Did you set out also to like write the book? Like writing the book was part of this entire thing, or how did the actual book come about?
It's a great question. No, the book was not. I love reading. And so you would think that that would be just a natural thing that I would be doing it so that I could write a book, but that was never my intention. The book came about because about 8 years after I had finished my year of hugs, I was reflecting back, and the time from the point that the year ended to probably about 8 years in, I actually went through this dark night of the soul. I found myself more depressed and more lonely than ever at the end of it all. So the book actually came about as a way for me to unpack and express how I moved through that pain, why that pain was there, and how I came out on the other side of it wanting to hug again.
Were your kids ever like, Mom, why are you hugging everybody?
They were so young that even when I set out to write the book about it, I was like, all right, you guys, I'm going to be writing this book about the hug journey. And they're like, okay. Like, it's just like a part of like their
Yeah.
everyday life because they were so young. It didn't strike them that it would be unusual.
Hmm. Did you grow up in a family of huggers, of affectionate people?
Yes.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, I've had a lot of people ask if I thought that this would be as easy of an experiment if I was a man, because a lot of people view me as female presenting and say, okay, people will probably be more trusting, you know,
Hmm.
and be more open to hugging you. And to those people, I say I was inspired by my dad because he was out there regularly hugging people. That was just a normal part of what I experienced with him. And it didn't matter who they were. He was just like, come on in and give these great big hugs. And
I think I'm your dad because that's how I
right,
am. Yeah. Can I
right.
please have a hug? Yes, I love hugs.
Yeah.
Do you remember like some of the like was there someone that really left a mark on you? Or were there, like I'm curious of just some of the people you met through that and how it changed you.
There were so many.
Yeah.
And I feel like every time I get asked this question, I share a different story just because there's so many. But in this moment, I feel called to share a story. And I think it's because I want people to feel inspired to do the things that may feel awkward and uncomfortable. Because I woke up every morning and I would be like, oh my God, I have to find the vulnerability to go do this again. And it never got easier. And I'm so glad that I did because there was this one day that I stopped at this gas station and there was a woman behind the counter. She was behind one of those plastic barriers long before
Hmm.
COVID.
Hmm.
And I was like, I don't need to ask her for a hug. Like, she's behind the thing that I don't even know how we would like be able to give the hug. And but I pushed through that discomfort and I looked at her at the end of the transaction and I said, can I give you a hug? And she like just kind of her whole body just kind of dropped and she comes walking around from behind the cash register and she kind of collapsed into my arms and she's
Hmm.
like, you are an angel. I know you are an angel. My mom sent you to me. She just passed last week. And it was just this moment that I was like, I am literally being a vessel for other people in this moment. And if I had let my fears guide me, I wouldn't have hugged quite a few of the people.
Did you think of that going into it, or were some of those things like sparks while you were in the throes of this? Like, oh my gosh, I really am really making people's lives better.
I thought, I went into it thinking, I'm so excited. I get to go bring joy to people's lives. I get to uplift people. I never once, when I first started, did I think of the deep impact that might be felt by some people just because I was so used to hugs that it was something that I took for granted. And it wasn't until about maybe 3 weeks into the year that I had hugged somebody. And as I was walking away from them, I overheard them say, wow, that was the first hug that I've had in a long time.
Oh my gosh.
And like, I think that was the moment that I was like, okay, this is so much bigger than me. It's so much bigger than I thought it was going to be and much more transformative.
Well, and then you ended up taking it on the road, didn't you?
I did. I did. So after I did a ton of healing for myself, through the feelings of loneliness and that deep depression that I was in, I had discovered that I was the one person that I hadn't given that hug to.
Oh
I was
my
missing
gosh.
my own love, right?
Yeah.
And I'd been looking for it elsewhere. I'd been looking for that validation elsewhere. So I had this idea after all of that, right around the time that I started thinking about writing a book, and I was like, what if I brought this and went a little bit deeper, like not just hugging people, but actually staying with them and having conversations with them. And so that kind of sparked my cross country journey, where I stayed with about half people I knew, half people I didn't know, but that I got connected to through social media. And so I traveled across the country, staying with all of these different people, giving hugs and sharing moments with them.
What are people going to find in the book?
My hope is that they find themselves, a little piece of themselves, if not a path back to themselves, because there's just a lot of stories of connection to self. And that's really the primary goal of writing the book, was because we can't possibly give. I tried to give from an empty vessel, and I couldn't. At the end of it, I was completely depleted. And now that I'm giving to myself, I have so much more to give, and it's just so much greater.
Who would you say that the book is for?
I would say, when I was writing it, I used to say that it was for the people at the edges of humanity. Those of us that never felt like they quite fit in, that maybe have felt like we're trying to navigate a world that just wasn't ever made for us. And I feel I am one of those people. And so finding that connection with myself and finding that love within myself gives me a place to belong, so that I can be out in the world knowing that I belong no matter where I stand.
Would you do it again?
What part? The cross country or just the hugging or all of it?
I mean, maybe any of it.
All of it. I would do it all again.
Really?
Yes, I've thought about it.
Yeah.
You want to do it with me?
Sure, let's go. We'll go on the road and we'll document the entire thing.
I would love that. I'm serious.
Let's go. Where do you live?
I'm in Georgia, Atlanta, Georgia.
Okay. I'm not that far. I go to Georgia. I have relatives in Duluth, Georgia.
Excellent.
And I'm in South Carolina. I'm close to Charlotte. So
perfect.
We can take this thing on the road. No.
I would love it.
All right. What do you love most about your life now?
Everything. I know it sounds like so cheesy, especially coming off the heels of writing this book about hugs. But it feels kind of rebellious to say that I love everything about my life right now, because it feels like the world is kind of blowing up, and here I am, like, I could be perceived as somebody who lives in like this little bubble of goodness, but I don't feel that way at all. I feel like by opening myself up to all of humanity, I open myself up to all of the pain. And it's through the pain that I see such vast, vast beauty. And that's why I love my life and everything about it right now.
Great answer. What's the best way that people can connect with you out there in the world?
So my website is melindaleeschmidt.com. I'm not on socials, but every once in a while I'll post something local that I might be doing. So when we hit the road, that will all be on.
We'll just use my social media. Yeah.
That works too. You can also grab a copy of my book, Rebel Hugger, on Amazon, and there are ways to contact me through that as well.
Okay, good. Are you working on anything else, another book or anything?
I have a book in the works that I'm not quite ready to talk about. I'm doing some interviews right now that I'm really excited about. And as always, there's the little nugget that's saying you got to go and do another hug thing.
Go on and do something.
So,
yeah.
Yeah.
All right. We'll come back whenever you're doing anything, come back.
Okay. Awesome.
Before we get out of here, will you play a game with me?
I'll play a game with you.
Okay, good. There's no pressure, Melinda, but if you win, the entire non-existent studio audience gets a copy of your book, Rebel Huggers. So,
amazing.
Yes. Okay, the name of the game is the Hug Code, okay?
Okay.
I'm going to give you types of hugs, and you have to describe them in 5 seconds or less.
Okay.
And if you get 3 out of 5 correct, everyone gets a copy.
There's a
of
right or
Bro
wrong?
Hug. Not really.
Okay.
There's also not a studio audience, so who cares
Right.
really how this
Okay.
goes?
Got it.
All right. Are you ready?
Ready.
Number 1, the bro hug.
The bro hug. It's like the chest bump, the quick pat on the back, bro hug.
Perfect. Yes. Number 2, the grief hug.
Oh. The grief hug is the clinging, like I imagine a sloth, like just hanging on.
Oh, I love that description of a sloth. Yes, that's so true. All right, if you get this one,
everybody gets it.
The reunion hug.
That depends on whose reunion it is.
A positive reunion hug.
Okay, good. That's better. That's the full on, hey, so good to see you. And they pull you into the hug, and there's the quick pats on the back, and there's also the like squeeze in again, and then a quick pat again. And
yes. What's your favorite type of hug? Do you have one?
It would probably be the heart hug. When you, rather than grabbing from the right hand, you grab over the other side, the left. That way your left chest is to their left chest. You're going heart to heart and holding for at least 20 seconds.
Wow.
It's a long time for a hug. Try it. It's good.
Okay, I'm going to. I will today, and I'll let you know.
Awesome.
Watch me. But everybody in the non-existent studio audience gets a copy of Rebel Hugger, so thank you for that.
You're welcome.
And thank you for being here.
Thank you. I had a lot of fun.
Well, come back anytime, and then we'll hit the road.
I love it. And I am totally serious about it. Like, when I'm serious about it, I'm going to be reaching out to you and be like, when are we doing it?
Go. Let's figure it out.
Yes.
Okay. We'll talk after, but I'm also going to be in Atlanta in a couple of weeks, so maybe we can go grab coffee.
Perfect. I love it. Definitely.
All right. We're going to take a break, and we're going to chat more during the break, and be right back. Don't go away.
You know what would be better than watching this commercial? Watching your commercial. Join the party that is Make Your Day Richer TV by advertising your brand, business, or project during the show. Use us to promote what you're doing to make our viewers' day richer. Scan the QR code or visit makeyourdayricher.com/advertising to start promoting today.
Tomorrow is our big Halloween show, so you are not going to want to miss this. I don't want to tell you what I'm going to be, but if you click your heels together 3 times, it might get here sooner. Okay? Go make your day richer. Go make somebody else's day richer. You've made mine by watching this show, and I love you for it. Tina Coleman is on tomorrow's show, and her book is going to give us lots of bleeps. 50, fabulous, and that's what we're going to talk about tomorrow. Have a great day, everyone. Bye-bye.